Hey FLOSSTUBE, it's Leigh from Creatively on Sunday the 9th of June 2024 with FLOSSTUBE number 228, I think. I wrote everything down on a bit of paper. I don't know what I did with the bit of paper. I think those dates are right. Welcome back to my weekly YouTube channel about counted cross stitch. Could I get off my bum and go find that bit of paper? Sure. I'm not going to. Yeah, I don't know what I did with it. Hopefully I can remember most of what I wrote down. Yeah, I'm back. It's a gloomy day. I've just been over and had coffee with my neighbours and got back and did all my ironing, and it's now 2 p.m. and I'm very behind in all the things I want to do today. I've got a friend coming to stay at least one night this week. She's got some work stuff she needs to be in town for, and I need to make up the spare room. I've got a bunch of recycling. My recycling bin's full. I should have asked people to put it out for me while I was away, and I didn't. Gets picked up on Wednesday, so by the time I get that picked up, I think I'll have it filled with cardboard again. I create a lot of recycling. It's quite atrocious. Yeah, I don't know what else is going on. A full week at work this week will be a bit of a shock to the system. Last week kind of sucked. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. It was hard. But I did go to a movie on Thursday night. A couple of us from work went to a film in the French Film Festival, and it was The President's Wife. Really enjoyed it. It was quietly funny. A kind of fictional account of what life might have been like for Madeleine Chirac from the time that her husband, Jacques Chirac, was elected president of the Republic of France. Don't remember. They had a couple of terms through the 80s. So, until his eventual replacement by Sarkozy, is that how you say his name? And it's like kind of weird because I'm like old enough to remember those people and that time in history. That was really funny. Like, a couple of the, it was a fictional story, but based around real events and real characters, and certainly the relationship she had with her chief of staff, and how subversive they were and manipulative, and used the media and their popularity to their advantage was kind of fun. Certainly was an interesting movie, and yeah, really funny. Really enjoyed it. Other than that, I had coffee with some friends yesterday, my scrappy buddies. My friend Katie, they had to put their elderly Labrador down, euthanize them on Friday night, so she was understandably a little sad. But yeah, Molly had a long illness and got to that point where her quality of life was going to be pretty crap. So it was time for her to have a big sleep, and she's like 14 or 15, 14 I think. So that was nice to catch up with her and just spend some time with her and her grief. What else has been going on? I don't know, just work really. I finished book 3. I love this author, Nalini Singh. So this is book 3 of the Side Changeling Trinity series, the spin-off series or the follow-up series, I think. Generation 2, I don't know what you call it, from following on from the original Sire Changeling. So this is book 3. Finished that at nearly 1 o'clock this morning because I couldn't put it down, and they're nice. They're all around 400 pages, give or take, of little writing. So I don't know, I love this series so much. I don't have the next one. I'm going to have to go to the library this week and get the next couple in the series. Little update on Dad. He's doing okay. I don't really have anything specific to update you on. As far as I'm aware, I talked to him yesterday and he was doing okay. He was having a quiet day, he was a bit sore and wasn't probably going to get a lot done, but otherwise he's doing okay. Stitching related, I haven't got anything shiny and new to show you. I do have a giveaway at the end from last week, and I did remember to use a random comment pickery thing, so I do know who the winner is. Yay! I'll share that later on before we go. Excuse me. And yeah, otherwise I just have some stitching to show you, so shall I show you some stitching? Okay, on Monday it was King's birthday here in New Zealand, and Anne was kind enough to have a few of us around for a little bit of stitching. I'm just distracted by something, apologies. Anne was kind enough to have a couple of us around for we had a bit of a potluck, a bit of a gathering, a lunch, toasted sandwiches and gluten-free chocolate chip cookies, which were very Moorish, and I think I had 3 because I'm a pig. But spent the afternoon at her place, several hours, and I took along Moonglow by Nora Corbett, and I love her. I am stitching her on excuse me, 32 count Mediterranean Sea linen. That's the call for, and I'm using some of my own silks and cottons to replace the charted ones, because I've got tons and I didn't want to buy more silk. So I'm mostly using some silks for you. So my colours are a little bit different. I will be using the call for beads when I get there. And this is, so while I was at Anne's, I stitched, maybe I'll put something behind it. This linen is a little bit gappy. I stitched all of this one side of the branchy thing. So there are some beads that need to go on there, but again, I'll leave those for when I do the beading. And there's a few little of the moonlighty starry bits in amongst them as well. But these flowers here have beads on them, and there's that one, and there's some beads that go in here. So and the other side is, I think, symmetrical, so I need to repeat this leafy thing on the side. And then all I have left, other than all the beading that's through here, is, yeah, the beads through here, and then the moon and all this stars and moonlight. It's so pretty. So I'm very excited about that. So yeah, that was probably 3 hours worth of work, maybe 11 till 2, 11 till 3. Maybe 4 hours, give or take, who knows. But I'm really thrilled with that little bit of progress on that. She's definitely closer to being done than she is to not being done. Then of course it's another month, so I got straight back into my Leap PSL. So I pulled out Cross Stitch Collectibles, Women in Profile, and worked on month 4, so 4 months down. And this one is on 20 count Aida Nougat by Zweigart, using all call for DMC. Yay for Pattern Keeper. And I got 2,519 stitches in, so I'm right at my 4-year goal of 10,000, my 4-month goal of 10,208 stitches. And I stitched a whole bunch of 310 and 939, and that's all I did. So essentially most of this is new, and little bits of fill in. So yeah, all of that, a little tiny bit in here, all of that, and a little bit in here. And there is mostly 310, and it was probably like 2/3 310 and 1/3 939. So there is quite a bit of 939 in here. You can kind of see, a bit like here, there'll be these flowers coming through. So a little bit confetti-ish. There is still more 939 in here as well, but I kind of worked through here until I got up to my goal, and then next time I pick it up I'll probably carry on with 939 to fill in here a little bit, and then whatever the next color is in here. I do love it, it's so pretty. So yeah, chipping away at that, pleased with that progress. And then I've got 2 projects for my hashtag Leap Year sale. So I picked up Vivsters Procession of Princesses, and that is on 20 count Ivory Aida by Zweigart at this stage, yeah, using the call for DMC. And I have also achieved my 4-month goal. I'm a fraction over, I'm 10 stitches over. I stitched 1,704 stitches, so I am on 6,810, which is 10 over my 4-month goal. And that is because I wanted to finish a little bit of black. Here we are here. So what I added in, what does 1,704 stitches look like? All of the green in this section, plus a little bit of black to outline that, and all of this black. So that is 1,704 stitches. It's so vivid, it's amazing. Up here is some more of that green, but what I'll do when I pick it up next time is I'll work in this section here. It's another bushy thing, slightly different. It's gonna have mostly blues, so it's gonna be, I'll work on this one here. Oh, I love it so much. Yeah, it's coming along beautifully. I'm so happy with it. So that's those 2, another month down for those 2. And then I didn't do anything on Thursday because I was out at a movie, and then I don't even remember Friday. Oh, Friday I had a hair appointment. So I got home late and I didn't do anything on Friday. So basically yesterday afternoon or yesterday evening, I picked up my Halloween cross stitch ball that I'm behind on. It's a sale and I hadn't finished month 1. I'd only done the one house. There's about 4 parts per month for the sale, and I just was really behind. So it's by Cherry Parker, Cherry Parker Designs. So we must be getting close to month 4 being released. It's $5 New Zealand per month for 6 months. Then she will package it up and release it at the later on this year as a whole chart pack, but there are some bonus designs, bonus ornament charts that won't be included in that chart pack. So if you're interested in those, go and grab it. It's pretty cheap because yeah, $5 New Zealand is a lot cheaper in a lot of other currencies. So I'm using the charted 25 count Lugana in vintage grey slate and purple passion, and I'm using the call for DMC. There are a few fancy flosses that I have subbed out for stuff out of my stash. Anyway, I'm going to show you sort of out of order. You've seen this one before. So on the vintage marble, is that what I called it? Vintage grey. That one I stitched a couple of months ago. This is the month 2 octagon. There will be 6 octagons all up. So I have got the pumpkin bird in. So the pumpkin colour was a week's that I have substituted just for a Tom and Lily that was in my stash. Super happy. That was the call for DMC, a variegated one. So that was all called for. That one had a substitution. The little green pumpkin stems are so cute. It wasn't a highly variegated orange, but what I did is I stitched each section, and where there were diagonal back stitch, I did quarter stitches or 3/4 stitches, so that I did get a little bit of subtle colour variation in each little wedge. I think you can see that. So I didn't just stitch the whole pumpkin across, I kind of manipulated it. So I got a little bit of variegation. I'm really happy with it, I'm really happy with how that came out. Next on my Purple Passion, I got month 1 and month 2. So month 1, the grey clouds is not called for. That was again a week's that I substituted for just a variegated Tomanilli, I think. So mine's a little bit grayer than probably the called for. Looks like it's a little bit slightly taupier, but anyway, I'm really happy with that. I stitched that one last night and I stitched this one this morning. There is a it's all back stitch. There is a what goes on a spider web? Spider. There is a spider. Cherry does include a couple of different options for stitching a black back stitched spider, but she did attach a little spider charm. I had a look through my little box of random charms. I don't have a spider. I've got bloody turtles and owls and seashells and stars and butterflies and cats and dogs and I mean all sorts of stuff. I haven't got a spider, so I do want to put a charm on it. So I'm going to have to look for a charm. If you have a spider charm and you want to send it to me, you're welcome. It needs to fit on there. So smaller than your little pinky fingernail, but maybe not too much smaller than that. If you have one, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go looking for one. But no hurry. I can always add a black work spider to it, but I liked the look of the charm. So if I find a charm, I'll shove that on. But that's kind of almost done. And then on the slate, I got 2 of the, so there are, if you haven't seen one of the balls before, these all get pieced together. I stitched the New Zealand Flowers cross-stitch ball by Cherry Parker last year and I put it together in December. Anyway, so you end up with 6 octagons, 8 hexagons, and then you end up with 10, 12, can't remember, little squares, and they'll piece together. So I've stitched just the first month little squares, and I do need to, I'll carry on, I'm going to keep this out and do a few more. And you do leave the back stitching in, the frame in, and then that's sort of where those are your fold lines. You back each piece with like a wadding and iron on sort of wadding, batting, and then fold over, iron them on the fold lines, baste them, and then they get pieced together. The instructions will come at the end, but I have stitched one before and it's the same size. So yeah, I'm happy with my progress on that. I do want to get, I'd like to get part 3 finished get up to date with part 3 this week. Pretty sure part 4 will come out around the end of this week, I think, or this week. So I want to be caught up. And that's all my stitching. So yeah, I got, this morning I stitched that spider web. These 2 and the bat and the belfry and the boot, I did them last night. So I think I might have backstitched the boot this morning, and so I just did some backstitch this morning, backstitched the boot and did the spider web this morning. So that's all my stitching this week. It's a little bit of stitching, not a bad week really. I do have my giveaway to give away, so again thanks to Elizabeth from Mata for passing on a few charts to give away. This Jardin Privé Trop Chouette is up for grabs, and there was only like 14 of you who were keen on it, so you had pretty good odds. But anyway, the winner from a random YouTube comment picker, ta-da, Jude Murphy. So Jude is my friend Jude from Christchurch, and yay, I'm really pleased to get this to her. Jude, I already have your address, so I know where to post it. I will get it in the mail sometime over the next week or 2. I did buy some stamps yesterday. I took a small mortgage out to get some stamps. I'm joking. They're $2 to send a stamp in a little envelope in New Zealand. It's ridiculous. excuse my humbug. So I will get this out to Jude. Congratulations. And I don't have any other giveaways right now. I think that's it. I'll see you all next week. As always, don't let your needles rust. Ciao.